Okay, in the next 60 seconds, I'm going to help you figure out if your insulin is getting better or getting worse without lab work. So the setup is you can use your fingers, and each time I say something that describes you, I want you to add 1 point. And at the end, I'm going to help you calculate your score and then show you how you can improve it. Okay, so here we go, 60 seconds. If you snack between meals most days, you're going to add a point. If your first meal is sweet or starts with carbs, you're going to add a point. If you drink your calories, you drink a sweet coffee, or you add some kind of sweet creamer to your coffee, or you drink diet soda all day, you're going to add a point. If you typically crash between 2 and 4 p.m., add another point. If you usually stay seated right after eating, add a point. If you eat dinner most nights and then eat after dinner, add a point. If you sleep less than 7 hours or you wake up tired each morning, add a point. If your stress levels are chronically high and you drink multiple cups of coffee throughout the day, add a If you drink your calories, and that includes like a sweet coffee, or you have creamer, a sweetened creamer, you drink diet soda all day, you're going to add a point. If you crash between 2 and 4 p.m., typically, add a point. If you usually stay seated right after eating, add a point. If you eat after dinner most nights, so you have dinner and then you're eating again after dinner, add a point. If you sleep less than 7 hours a night, or if you're waking up tired, add a point. If your stress levels are chronically high and you're drinking multiple cups of coffee every day, add a point. Okay, so now I want you to add up your score. And if you scored between a 0 and a 2, you're on the right track. Way to go. If you scored between a 3 and a 5, you probably need some kind of reset. If you scored a 6 or more, your insulin is more than likely working overtime. But the good news is that you can fix this. Okay, so I have 6 simple lessons for you to take with you into 2026. Okay, so let's get into these lessons. And this is the kind of video, it's short. I want you to play it on repeat as a reminder every day. These are things you might already know, but for whatever reason, you're not following them. So this is your daily reminder. So lesson number 1, fewer eating events is what we want. If you scored points for the snacking, eating between meals, your first fix doesn't need you don't need a supplement, right? You don't need to add anything. It's just eating fewer times a day. So your insulin is rising every time you eat, no matter what it is you eat. So starting today, I want you to eat your 2 to 3 meals, but have no snacks in between. Okay? Lesson number 2. If your first meal is usually something sweet or carby, toast, muffins, cereal, oatmeal, anything like that, you are setting yourself up for cravings. You want to start your day with protein and fat. Having the protein and fat first is going to calm your hunger and allow you to get to your next meal without feeling like you need to snack, okay? Or feeling even hungry. So for your breakfasts, start this week. Skip the carbs and build your plate with protein and fat as your first meal. You can think things like eggs and butter, ground beef and cheese, things like that. Lesson number 3, if you stay sitting after eating, Lesson number 3, if you stay sitting after eating, your muscles miss their chance to use the fuel that you just gave them. Your body misses the chance to Lesson 3, if you stay seated after eating, your muscles miss the chance to use that energy, to use that fuel. So after your biggest meal, get up and walk for 10 minutes. You can just walk inside of your house or walk wherever you are. All you need to do is move. Okay? Lesson number 4 is if you eat after dinner, it's hard to sleep well. So, eating too close to bedtime. Your body is trying to rest and repair when it's sleeping. But instead, if you just ate an hour or two before you went to bed, your body's now working overtime to digest that food. And you should know that if you are not getting good sleep, this is going to affect your insulin sensitivity the next day. So in 2026, set yourself a dinner time, make it many hours before bedtime, and then once your dinner has been eaten, close the kitchen and allow yourself only water and like unsweetened tea. Lesson number 5, if you think fasting has to be intense, you are going to quit, right? So, your goal with fasting is to give your body time to repair. So, you need extended periods of time when you are not eating. And this can be done most simply with just an overnight fast, 12 to 14 hours. So, stop eating at, say, at 6:30 at night and don't eat again until 6:30 in the morning or 7:30 or 8:30 if you're going for a 14-hour fast. And that's it. Lesson number 6, the final lesson is stress. Lesson number 6, our final lesson. Stress is an insulin lever. So if your stress is high, your liver is going to push out more glucose and your body's probably going to need more insulin. So you can eat perfectly, but you can still struggle with insulin resistance. So in 2026, we have to work on stress management. Give yourself time throughout the day to downshift, right? Try slow breathing. Go for a short walk outside. Put your legs up against the wall. Make this a priority. Okay? So if you want your insulin to calm down in 2026, keep these simple but effective habits throughout the year. Fewer eating events, protein first. If you want insulin to calm down in 2026, you want to keep these simple but effective habits this year. Okay? So remember, protein first. Close the kitchen. So remember, protein first. Walk after your meals. Close the kitchen after dinner. Utilize the 12 to 14-hour fasts, right? Those overnight fasts, and lower your stress. So that's all for today. Comment your score down below. Tell me just the number. Tell me which one of these 6 lessons you struggle with the most, and I can tailor my next video to you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.